Why do you think why do you think America specifically is so hit by obesity?
Because I mean, we love to consider ourselves victims, first of all. But secondly, I think we are in, we are the most convenience driven society. Our portion sizes have always been big. I do believe that we let corporations run way too much, way too much of our publications uh, in science, basically. And people want to believe they're okay. So the social media aspect of everybody's fine, everybody's good. People don't have to see each other as much. We don't socialize nearly as much as we used to. But not to mention, our food is just tragically, tragically fucked up compared to even Europe.
Yeah.
Like even macaroni and cheese. Kraft macaroni and cheese has different ingredients to be sold in America than they do in Europe. They use different dyes because there's some dyes that are so unhealthy that Europe won't allow them, but we just consume them. We feed it to our kids here. You know,
Yeah.
sugar. Our government subsidizes the sugar industry by $4 billion a year of taxpayer money. I
Damn.
mean, yeah, it's crazy, right?
So I don't know if I mentioned this to you, but I am actually European. I'm from Denmark.
Yeah,
And
that
so we
slight
talked
accent.
yeah. So I just recently moved to Florida, and as I told you through we talked a little bit through email,
Mhm.
and it is weird how quickly I noticed a change in the way I feel from the food here in America. I felt instantly within weeks a little bit more sluggish, more tired, and I just noticed that the food is different here. Very different from back in Denmark.
I tried very much. You were probably eating more whole foods back in Denmark too. I tried very,
Yeah.
very much to eat vegetables, fruit, and protein meat products. Specifically, I eat very few ultra processed carbohydrates. I view as only for pleasure.
Mm.
Sugar, I treat like it's alcohol, like with the same care as alcohol. You know what I mean? Like, and I think in society should absolutely view sugar as a drug. It's an addictive substance. I have multiple different examples of how it's addictive. I mean, it is a refined form of a substance that enters your bloodstream quickly, produces a pleasure response in the brain, and then it also has other biological effects, making you want more and more and more of it. The person will seek out more and more and more of it, even if it negatively affects their life. Sugar's a drug, which should be viewed as such. We shouldn't be marketing it to our children. That's for fucking sure.
Mm.
But um, uh, I've only been overseas a few times, but the portion sizes are much smaller.
Yeah.
Everything's much more fresh made. Everything here is pretty processed, and it's just what we are the largest consuming country of food and pharma and everything like that. We consume more pharma than most other countries combined. It's crazy how much pharma we consume here. But it's I can imagine it was a large culture shock too at
Oh yeah.
how readily available more processed foods are, and food just in general
Mm-hmm.
is. Uh, Especially the crap food. Like every gas station, I've often wondered how many pounds of sugar are in every gas station.
Yeah.
Like just if you just took the sugar out of all the items in a gas station, I wonder how many hundreds of pounds of sugar
Mm-hmm.
are in there. You know,
Even I noticed a lot of the bread has so much sugar in it here. That's not something
yeah.
you necessarily find in Denmark.
Or just about anywhere in Europe. Bread here is closer to some cakes from like pastries in Europe.
Yeah.
The sugar content is crazy high, and it's done on I mean, it's done on purpose. There's a palpability level. There's a palpability thing where if you combine sugar and fat and sodium in the proper thing, it makes highly. It's called an ultra palatable, highly palatable food, and it makes the person want more and more of it. And
Mm.
the companies over here do it so they can sell more of the shit to people. Like a McDonald's, which I haven't been to McDonald's in forever, but I used to eat a ton of it when I was fat. A McDonald's bun is got more sugar content than a croissant sold over in France. Like it's crazy what we do,
That's
and what's
ridiculous.
and what's allowed. I mean, it's truly what's allowed. Like And we market this stuff as if it's healthy and not a big thing. Now,
Mm-hmm.
don't get me wrong. I think everybody should have personal responsibility to find out what they're eating on their own. But too many people do very little research when it comes to that shit. They do very,
Yeah.
very little research, and they don't understand what they're putting in their body when they do so. I mean, it's and we like gluttony has become like almost like an American pastime. You know,
Mm-hmm.
like the overconsumption of it. You know, it's crazy.